We're up in the sky, but we need to go up even further to get to Skypiea. But we're on our way up this waterfall thing thanks to this lobster thing. But the old lady was saying something, and I don't know what she really meant. Something about judgment. Something, I think, something that had to do with those giant shadow things that we saw.
My money says that we lived through this. A cloud road that goes straight up, you might want to reconsider that bet.
We'll basically live through anything.
Look, the oxen! They put up a big sign showing us!
Godland? What is
Whoa.
Godland Skypiea?
I think we are gonna see those big shadow things.
It's the entrance!
What the heck are we gonna see up here?
Godland Skypiea! Angels on a beach of clouds! There it is! Sky Island!
Whoa! What are those braid things?
Didn't the sign we passed say Skypiea?
Yeah, that's the same name scribbled on the map that Luffy found.
Yo.
So, I guess that galleon that fell on us actually did come here.
What are the people gonna be like here?
You can smell the adventure. Hootin' as the seaweed in summer.
What's the food gonna be like up here?
Adventure!
Kinda shallow.
Hey, is it just me, or is this whole place made of clouds?
Big fluffy one.
Wow.
Love this stuff!
Let's go ashore!
Luffy, we may have a problem with dropping anchor here. There's no seabed at the bottom of this cloud.
You know, I thought about that, and who cares?
And who cares?
I love the way you think.
Thanks.
What about the ship? What if it floats away?
Ow! You're hurting me, I said.
Oh yeah, this thing. Oh, it's gonna live up here now?
We forgot about the South Bird. We really should have let him go. He'll never survive here.
I wouldn't sweat it. Birds adapt very quickly to their environments. And if not, there seem to be some people living up here. They'll be fine.
The anchor.
All taken care of.
Yeah, but it can't meet
Hit the
another
heavier cloud below,
South
which
Bird
is
up
what I
here.
think this place floats on.
That means that Sky Island floats on a sea of cloud cover.
We could sit on deck all day and pick this whole thing apart. Come on.
So that's what Nami wanted to change it to?
Fact is, most of this makes 0 sense, so let's make the best of it. This is why we came here, you guys. Welcome to Sky Island.
Swordsman, you joining us?
Yeah, I'll be along soon.
The captain smells adventure. Huh. I never stopped to think of any of this as adventurous. Maybe I should reconsider my stance.
This is definitely an adventure.
Such mysterious-looking flowers. I've never seen anything like them. I wonder if they're balloonish like that sea monster. They'll pop when I pick one.
What if it's poisonous?
This is great. Those marine losers can't follow us up here, so we can all cut loose.
What if they have their own marines up here?
All right, Mr. Giant Fruit. You're all mine. Ow, that hurt. Why is this
What
thing
is
so
that?
hard? Hey, Usopp.
Yeah?
Got some fruit for ya.
Don't! Why would you do that, man?
What's wrong with you? Wait up, Robin!
It's all nice and fun now, though, but I feel like something's gonna go wrong.
Whoa, I can't believe I want a chair made of cloud. I wonder if they have a factory that makes all this stuff. This cloud is different from the stuff
I would like to know that, actually. How do they make that?
I didn't figure on getting wet walking through clouds.
What's that? Is that an animal?
What's that?
It's like a fox thing.
Sorry. What do we have here? Some kind of fox?
Oh, of course they would have someone playing the harp up here.
There's someone over there, on that cloud.
Oh, great. It's another monster.
Where's the whistle?
You think that's a monster?
Ask the Sky Knight to save us.
A monster
we
playing the
can't.
harp?
That's not who you think it is. That right there is an angel.
Keep playing.
So?
What was that? So we have an angel here.
You think she's trying to say hello?
Huh? What does Hesso mean?
Kind of sounds like hello.
Sue, come here.
Sue?
Did you come from the Blue Sea world?
If that's what you call it. We sailed up a river of clouds to get here. Speaking of here, is this your home?
Yes, it sure is. And I'd like to welcome you to Skypiea's Angel Beach.
Is that your
I bet
hair
you'd
or
like to drink that.
antenna?
The top of a Conis is as hard as steel. It's impossible to crack.
Oh,
so
wait.
you have to cut
Zoro
from the
could cut
other
it.
side, like
Oh,
this.
okay.
Here you go.
Oh, it's gonna be like a coconut. You could just drink it.
If it's that good, I gotta try some. Come on, give it to me.
My name is Conis, and this little one is Sue. She's a cloud fox. If you need anything at all, please let me be of service.
Something's coming.
Oh, that's my father.
Conis!
Hello, Father! Did you say hello like normal people? Conis, what's that thing he's riding on?
Ah, that would be my father's waver.
Whoa, that's
Waver?
Gangway! Stopping this thing is a bit of a trick!
Kind of like the thing Ace had.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, they
is
do have
everyone
antennae.
all right?
You're the one who crashed!
Didn't you bring back something like that waver from the seabed?
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Then that must be the boat we read about in that Noland the Liar book. A boat that can sail without wind.
My name is Pagaya. Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
I have an idea. You should all come over for dinner. We'll fill your bellies with the taste of the island.
I'm all for that.
Wait,
I'm
actually-
starving.
That
Sky
still
Island
might be their
cuisine.
hair, actually.
Do you mind if I help you prepare it?
No.
Before we go, I have a question. This boat doesn't have any sails to catch the wind, and you weren't rowing it either.
It's got like a
So,
motor on
How's
it.
it propelled through the water?
Oh, of course. Your people aren't familiar with dials, are they? Oh no! I hope he's all right.
Shouldn't have had
All my
him
fault.
drive
I
it.
shouldn't have let a rookie use the waiver.
Since Luffy can't swim, I hope this sea is more buoyant than ours.
Maybe. If it can stay floating in the air, then you're probably right.
Imagine he can
Handle
swim
it.
in this water.
He sank.
It's not the first time I've been wrong.
What do you mean?
That was close.
You would have the same issue.
Standing on the beach, what do you know about close?
Is it really necessary for you to jump in too?
It's scary. Sky Island's scary.
Unless you know the white sea like the back of your hand, a waiver is almost impossible to ride. Again, I am sorry.
It's only recently that I became good enough to ride it.
Whoa, is it really that hard?
It usually takes 10 years.
Who's
of
riding it
training
now?
to
Is that
drive
Zoro?
it.
You gotta be joking!
Wow, look at her go!
Oh,
This is
that's Nami?
Nami, you're a vision riding that
That's
waiver!
incredible. I can't believe it. This is her first time.
Yeah, how come she can do it and I can't?
Wow, this really requires skill! No wonder you had a hard time, Luffy! If it's okay with Pagaya, I'd like to stay out here and ride!
That's fine. Just be careful.
Riding this freely on the open ocean without worrying about the wind is like a dream! I wonder if we can use these on our ocean back home!
Whoa! Is that some
I
kind
feel like
of
he probably
factory?
can.
Indeed it is. That is our cloud quarry site. It's where our clouds are manufactured and cut to meet all tyes of needs.
I didn't know
Okay,
you could
so-
cut a cloud.
You did.
We
take
are
the
actually
Milky
getting
Road
a
to
how
get
it's
to the
made
White Sea,
about
correct?
these things.
Milky Road? Is that the name of that messed up current we took up here?
Yes. It's a canal constructed by our engineers and made using the natural clouds we quarry. There are actually two types of natural clouds on our island. Your ship traveled atop what we call sea clouds, and the ones that float on their own, that we can stand on and build on, are called island clouds.
Oh,
They're not the
bouncy
normal
ones.
clouds that we're used to, are they?
No, their condensation nucleus is different from what you usually see. It has to do with a mineral found in the blue sea world called sea prism stone.
Sea prism stone. What effect does that have on the clouds?
It's like this. Inside the sea prism are carnelian particles called pyrobrine. During volcanic eruptions, these particles gain moisture and descend into the sky. Our clouds are formed based on the density of the moisture.
What are you waiting on?
How come she's so good at that stupid thing?
Could you explain some more to us about these dials you mentioned earlier?
But it's complex. I don't exactly know where to start.
This doesn't look like a dial, it's just a seashell.
At first glance, but why don't you put it to your mouth and talk?
Like this? Usopp stick!
Why do you always pick on me?
Now, just press down the apex of the shell.
then
Wanna
what
tell me what
happens?
an apex is?
It means vertex, our highest point.
Usopp stick!
What?
Seashell's making
It
fun of
recorded
Usopp,
him?
too!
Did I ever do to you, seashell?
That's a neat trick. So we can store any sound and play it back?
Then that shell is one of the dials.
We call this one a tone dial. It's a shell from the white sea that records and replays whatever it hears.
I didn't think there was a bottom to your sea. Where do these things live, anyway?
They live in the shallows and the cloud reefs.
I still don't see how that little thing could move your father's sky waver.
That's because this is the kind that powers the waver. It's smaller, but it does demonstrate the same process.
Oh, so this one blows
Ooh.
wind out of its backside.
Let me see!
This is called a breath dial. It allows you the ability to store the wind and expel it at your desire. If you attach the right size to the stern of a ship, you can move along swiftly.
I've never heard of anything.
Are we gonna install this into our ship?
Dials don't just power wavers.
Like what? I feel
There's
like
also
this
the
is gonna be
skating kind,
important.
the board kind, But
Whatever
I don't go
this
for
is.
those. The waiver is about as crazy as I get.
I wish I was out there on that thing instead of Nami. And I could be if I could just figure out how to fix the one we have.
How did you ever find a waiver in your world?
It's kind of hard to even tell if that's what it is, you know? That hunk of junk is 200 years old and a total wreck. There's no way it works.
That might not be the case. Dials are made from the remains of dead shellfish. They can last indefinitely so long as the shell itself isn't broken. You might get lucky.
I told you so.
You never said anything like that.
I know.
I'd venture a guess there are many types of dials. Is this one here?
Yes, that's a lamp
What does this
dial.
one do? It turns on a light?
Neat! It lit up from
What?
inside!
Right. There are flame dials that
Oh.
store heat and fire, flavor dials that store various tastes and aromas,
What?
and vision dials that store everything the user sees, which you can watch again
There's
and
so
again.
many different
Live in
ones.
the clouds
There's
with
one
the
that makes
rest of
videos?
us.
Does it ever run out? Like,
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served.
just
we have
keep
for
going?
you sky lobster with special sauce and a side of island fruits that I can't pronounce.
that looks
so
very
good.
good.
Let's dig in!
Hey guys, any of you know where Nami is?
I think she's writing the waiver.
It looked like
I don't
she
see
found
it.
some
Went
island.
out too far. She's like that. Who cares? You should have some of this.
Do you think she's okay?
I have my concerns, but I can't say one way or the other.
What are you talking about?
In the clouds, there's a place called the Upper Yard that no one is ever allowed to set foot on.
You should have
It's not
mentioned
too far
something
away.
about that.
It would only be a short trip by waiver from here. I'm afraid your friend Nami might have set ashore there out of curiosity.
So why are people not allowed to go here?
What is this?
What's so bad that no one can ever go over to this island?
It's sacred ground,
Sacred ground.
but it's so much more than just that. It's the island where God lives.
Oh, this is where the giant things are gonna be. That's why there's really huge trees. Finally got to the island, and there's a lot of new things up here. Everything is like made out of clouds. They have these weird shell things, and like they have all sorts of different purposes. Just crazy up here, but it's kind of cool. And we met that girl. Nami was riding on that thing for a while, but then she spotted an island that has really giant trees. And I'm guessing that's where the shadow things are going to be living. And I don't know if they are even shadows, if maybe they just looked like that was like their silhouettes or whatever. But I'm guessing that's where they're from because those trees were giant, so it looks like a giant island. So that's going to be interesting because there's going to be more giants, but these giants I'm assuming are going to be pretty different than the giants that we've seen before. But I do want to know what they're all about. Very interesting stuff. But what did you think about the episode? Let me know down in the comment section, and if you enjoyed the reaction, leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're watching on YouTube, consider checking out patreon.com/DonDiego if you want to catch these reactions ahead of time. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.